from Portsmouth, Delegate Scott.
Madam Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate Scott, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In honor of Black History Month, I would like to recognize the contributions of our many African American veterans who have gone into harm's way in every war ever waged on behalf of this nation. Even today, African American men and women continue to go into harm's way on behalf of this nation. We have fought in the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, the Mexican-American War, the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, both World Wars, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, and the wars and conflicts that are ongoing even as we gather here today. Many of you may know the name Crispus Attucks. He had escaped slavery to Boston. On March 5th, 1770, he would be the first patriot killed for the freedom of this new nation in what became known at the time as the Boston Massacre. Isn't it ironic that the first patriot to die for this country would be a member of a race that would be legally enslaved in its founding documents and excluded from the fruits of his sacrifice? And please don't ever forget Isaac Woodard, a decorated veteran for World War II who was honorably discharged and while traveling, still in uniform from Georgia to his home in North Carolina, was beat, had his eyes gouged out, and blinded for life by the sheriff in a small South Carolina town. No state authorities would even indict the sheriff. The federal authorities later tried the sheriff in federal court, where he was found not guilty by an all-white jury in South Carolina. In spite of the way we have been treated in this country, having to sacrifice sometimes our very lives just to vote, just to have our children educated, just to have food and shelter, and just to be free from the harassment of this so-called justice system, we still show up to serve this country. We always show up. I'm proud to be the grandson of a World War I veteran. I'm proud to be the son of a Korean War veteran. I'm proud to have served in harm's way myself, following in their footsteps, serving as a naval officer on behalf of this country. Even today, while African Americans are only about 13% of the population, we are 17% of active duty military. We show up. As African Americans, we know we were not included in the founding documents. Thank God we amended it. We read that Constitution and treated it as a promissory note that we will hold you to. We continue to believe in the ideals expressed in our founding documents and will continue to fight for those ideas to the death. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The delegate from Culpeper, Delegate Freitas.